This is what it's like on the Timanfaya bus tour in Lanzarote. You can't walk around here, you can only visit by bus. If you buy the premium ticket, which is €10 more, you're able to walk on some sections. However, you have to book this in about 2 months in advance.
Earthquakes and audible underground rumbling caused panic among the population of the interior, who fled seeking refuge in Teguisa and Arrecife. The eruption took place towards the end of the summer of 1730 on the evening of the 1st of September. The events that then followed were recorded in the manuscripts of an excellent witness, the priest of Yaitse, Don Andres Lorenzo Corbello, who wrote, "Between 9 and 10 o'clock in the evening, the ground suddenly opened up near Timanfaya, 2 leagues from Yaitse. During the first night, an enormous mountain arose out of the bowels of the earth. The flames which came out of its apex went on burning for 19 days. This signaled the beginning of the most important period of volcanic activity in the history of the Canary Islands. It lasted for 6 years, with phases of varying intensity, during which streams of molten lava registering 800 degrees centigrade and enormous showers of ashes destroyed every last vestige of life."
Anyway, as you drive through, you're surrounded with volcanic landscapes everywhere. Guy talks you through how everything was formed. The best seat is at the very front on the right hand side. These windows are filthy, so I brought along glass wipers and I wiped all the glass on the inside and outside.
Whenever people believed that the fires in the volcanoes were dying out, new fissures opened up and the eruptions regained their former intensity. This was recorded by the priest of Yaitse as follows. On the 18th of October 1730, 3 new openings formed on top of Santa Catalina and from other outlets, from which thick smoke emerges, spreading over the entire island. At the same time, huge quantities of lava and ash are scattered over the surrounding countryside. The explosions that followed this phenomenon, together with the intense darkness produced by masses of ashes and smoke covering the whole island, caused the inhabitants of Yaitse to take flight several times.
Immer, wenn die Menschen glaubten,
You can give some euros for a tip and he'll move out the way and you can take all these photos. The red colour gives its name of the fire mountains. In general, you can see some reflections. He'll eventually get to this area where he drives very slow so you can see everything. He does explain, however his English is not very good. As you saw from the video, his driving is amazing. You kind of lean left and right and down. It's a little bit scary.
Small succulent plants or thorn bushes in the Valley of Tranquility landscape, where time seems to have stood still under the pressure of the intense heat.
The audio guide does have German, Spanish and Italian.
The epicenter of the eruptions, and is 525 meters high at its summit. This volcano was covered with slag and ashes from the 18th century eruptions, but at its crest one notices that the surface of the older section is not completely covered up by the more recent lava. Such areas are known as islotes, or islets, and are home to much plant and animal life which survived the volcanic catastrophe, gradually expanding into newly created substratas with the true eagerness of the colonizer. for several days in the form of enormous geysers, reaching heights of 30 meters. Excursion, we arrive at the Islote de Hilario, from which emanations of enormous heat emerge. It is named for Hilario, a hermit who frequented this islet for 50 years, with only a camel for company. According to legend, Hilario planted a fig tree at this spot, which, although taking root, never bore fruit, as the flower could not blossom due to the intense heat of the flames.
Und zum Abschluss dieser Route gelangen wir zum Islote de Hilario, eine Zone, in der heiße Ausströmungen größter Intensität existieren und deren Name an den Eremiten Hilario erinnert, der 50 Jahre lang diesen Ort auf dem Rücken seines Kamels besuchte. Es wird erzählt, dass Hilario dort einen Feigenbaum pflanzte, der zwar wuchs, aber niemals Früchte trug, da sich die Blüte nicht auf dem Feuer ernähren konnte.
Now we can see how packed it is. Right in front of the souvenir shop. The tour lasts 30 minutes in total and it's definitely worth it. Thanks for watching, please like, comment and subscribe. Bye!